Welcome to Disability Solutions for Independent Living. My name is Sawanda McDonald. I'm the Chief Executive Officer here at Disability Solutions. This week we are coming to you with our Coping with COVID series. Today we will talk about some strategies to end your day, to receive a healthy, restful sleep, and just some different strategies. I'm joined with the Daytona State Occupational Therapy Assistant students. I have Kelly, Amanda, and Carlos. Welcome.
Hi. There's so many benefits to planning your day the night before. Studies show that it cuts down on stress. It helps your morning routine go much smoother. 95% of our thoughts are repetitive, so this helps by cutting down on the amount of things you need to worry about, which helps us fall asleep much easier. The first thing you can do is plan your day. Take a look at what you want to accomplish for tomorrow by checking your agenda, which helps avoid any surprises. So if you have like a planner or something that you can go through and check and prioritize all your activities for the next day, it really helps. Also, if you put them in order of importance, that is helpful as well. The next thing is check your supplies. Pack your backpack. So, get your books ready. Get your wallet put in your backpack or in your bag. Your keys. Make sure that you have wallet and keys and everything put in a similar location so that when you go out the door in the morning, you can just pick them up and go. Another thing you can do is get your clothes ready. This helps because if they're clean, you can get them pressed, and then again, you wake up in the morning and you've already made that decision. You don't need to make that decision again. It takes a while to make this a habit, but once you've gotten into your routine, you'll find that your morning just goes much smoother, which really cuts down on stress for your day. Okay, we're gonna go and turn our time over to Sarah, who's outside.
Hey everybody, my name is Sarah, and while I have the floor, I would like to ask everyone to take a moment and think about this. How important is oxygen to me? Now ask yourself, can I live without oxygen? And what's everybody's answer? No, of course not. No one can live without oxygen. It would be impossible to breathe or stay alive. Did you know that you cannot live longer than 6 minutes without oxygen? And after only 4 minutes without oxygen, a human being begins to develop permanent brain damage. Needless to say, oxygen is very important because we cannot survive without it. So, where does oxygen come from? Well, I'm glad you asked. Oxygen comes from a process that involves a combination of sunlight, plants, and trees. So now, what do we do with all of this information? Well, if we know oxygen comes from sunlight, plants, and trees, and we also know that we cannot survive without oxygen, then we can all agree that it is highly important for us to make sure that we get out of the house daily and take time every day to go outside and get some fresh air. Right? Especially with COVID and quarantine and lockdown, we all get cooped up in the house all day and can easily lose track of time. Me and Carlos have been in the classroom working all morning, so I decided to come out here and share some fun facts about oxygen with you guys. So did you know fresh air improves your respiration? All respiration means is the action of breathing. So what this is saying is fresh air improves your breathing because fresh air cleans out your lungs. Fresh air helps the airways to dilate and expand more, which improves the cleansing of your lungs. You release airborne toxins from your body when exhaling through your lungs. Fresh air helps your immune system. So fresh air helps your body heal faster. Your immune system needs oxygen to kill and destroy bacteria and viruses. By increasing the amount of fresh air we get, we will increase the amount of oxygen, which helps our white blood cells function properly by fighting and killing germs and diseases. Breathing in a room with stale air will not supply your body with enough oxygen it needs to keep cell functioning properly. Fresh air also purifies the blood. Fresh air increases the amount of oxygen in your bloodstream. Exposure to more oxygen causes blood vessels in your lungs to dilate, which improves tissue repair, helps your lungs exchange gases more easily, and improves cleansing. Fresh air also lowers your blood pressure and your heart rate. Fresh air helps mental energy. Our brain needs 20% of the body's oxygen to function properly. Oxygen increases blood flow, and having more oxygen results in greater brain functioning, improving your concentration skills, and providing you with more energy. Fresh air is a mood booster. The level of happiness you experience goes hand in hand with the serotonin levels in your body. Serotonin is affected by the amount of oxygen you inhale. The more fresh air you get, the more oxygen you will breathe, which will increase the amount of serotonin you will inhale, consequently making you happier. Fresh air promotes a sense of happiness and well-being. Happiness also boosts your self-esteem. I drew a happy face on the sun right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. But when you're outside getting your fresh air, if you can see the sun, chances are the sun is sending vitamin D to you. Vitamin D not only increases your serotonin levels, supports your immune system, promotes healthy bones and teeth, but vitamin D also regulates insulin levels and supports diabetes management. Fresh air is good for digestion. When we stay cooped up in closed rooms, we are breathing stale air, which opens up the body to toxins. This then causes the body to work overtime in order to protect against these toxins, which then causes our digestion system to become sluggish. When we breathe in fresh air, it reduces the load on our digestive system. Fresh air increases the flow of oxygen, helping you digest food more effectively. Did you also know that fresh air promotes weight loss? In order to burn more calories, we need to speed up our metabolism, because our metabolism is the process by which our body turns food and drinks into energy. And guess what? Our metabolism increases with the increase of oxygen and produces more fuel for the body instead of fat. All right, after going over all these amazing benefits of fresh air and sunlight, I hope everyone understands how important it is to get outdoors. And I hope everybody can include some more fresh air in their day. That's all for me. Let's go back inside and talk with Amanda.
Welcome back. Speaking of fresh air, I wanted to talk to you about breathing exercises. You could do this either inside or outside. What I personally prefer to do is to go into my room when I'm ready to end the day. I like to pick up my journal and kind of reflect on maybe something I want to write down that happened that day, or if I have a last minute thing to add to my to-do list for tomorrow. This way I'm not having to worry about it anymore. Personally, I like to focus more on things that happened that day. I really like journaling at the end of the day. It helps me kind of release and let go of things, whether they're good, bad. I just like writing them down. Another thing that's really important getting your body to relax, getting your mind to kind of come to a close, come to that calming state before bed is breathing exercises. It can be a little difficult to breathe purposely when you're focusing on it too hard. So what I like to do is, if you're just sitting on the edge of your bed or any designated spot in your room, you can either sit up straight, kind of close your eyes, or keep them open. If you just have your hand on your chest and your stomach, you're just kind of focusing on your breaths. They're deep. And you're wanting to focus on as long as an inhale as you are an exhale. So just kind of getting into a rhythm of calming breaths. If you do this at least 10 times, you're gonna feel the difference in your body. You're gonna feel your head is clear. It's just a calming place to be. That is a great thing to do before bed, and studies show when you're disconnecting from, technology, maybe the TV, other things that are distracting, it's really good to kind of just have a moment to yourself where you're able to, like, I'm relaxed. The breathing is what tells your body that you're relaxed, not just your mind. It's very easy to go and lay in bed and be thinking about things, and you're not actually resting when you do that. So doing the mindful act of, we're gonna sit down, have some calming breaths before bed, that's a perfect way to relax your body and helps prepare you for sleep. And then we're going to, that's all for me. I'm gonna turn you over to Carlos. He has some more things to add. Come on in.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a positive and productive morning. And if not, it's okay. We just try to be better than we were the day before. So notoriously, I am a terrible sleeper. So what I'm here to do is invite you all to try some tips for some quality sleep. Research shows that 5 hours of quality sleep is better than 8 hours of non-quality sleep. So the pros of having quality sleep, it increases your mood, improves your memory, your learning abilities, and your reflexes. And the cons are that it can cause heart attacks, obesity, stroke, diabetes, your immune system, and depression. And with COVID, a lot of people are, suffering and slipping a little bit with their mental health. So how do we get it? So we determine the importance of hydration, but try to refrain from drinking any fluids 2 to 3 hours before bed, especially caffeine. And I'm Puerto Rican, and I know a lot of Latinos out there like to say, I need my coffee, I can sleep right before, right after I drink a coffee, I need it to get to bed. It's probably true, but, realistically, is that quality sleep you're getting? You really don't want to, have to get up in the middle of the night to go potty in the middle of a good dream. So before you lie in bed, no clipboard necessary, you don't need a checklist, but, establish a routine, for your peace of mind. So some things I do is I get up and I make sure all the doors are locked. I make sure all the appliances are off. Another plus is to lower your thermostat. Doctors found, or they linked that with the environment at 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, you have a more deeper sleep. So here's a pro tip. What I have is a Wi-Fi thermostat. So instead of even getting out of my bed, I can adjust it all throughout the night to accommodate me. And I have an Amazon Alexa Dot. And they added a new update last week. And now what I can do now is just talk to Alexa from my room and tell her to put my AC down to 72 or put the heat on. So, that's just an amazing way for me to be lazy. But you know what? But it improves your sleep. But of course, talk to someone at your local hardware store, an electrician, before you get any of that thing, anything like that installed. But if you're on a budget and you really can't, put down your AC to 60 to 67 degrees, you don't want high electric bills, take a hot shower. After you got a hot shower, your body temperature increased, so the environment around you feels cooler. And also, it removes the sticky feeling you get from all the Florida humidity you have. And another tip that I like, I'm not sure about everyone else, but after I put on, a fresh set of sheets, and when it's smelling good, like linen, fresh linen, for some reason it just knocks me right out. Another thing that we can control is our lighting. We discussed in an earlier video the importance of introducing natural light. What it does is set you up for the evening. So once you start to reduce or remove that natural light, and the sun starts to go down, your body starts to wind down. So remove all electronics from the room. It serves two purposes. So when you enter your room and you don't see a TV there, you don't have your electronics or your phone in there, it kind of tells your body, this is my room. I'm here to go to sleep. So kind of keep that outside. And the other purpose is that a lot of these devices with screens on them have something called a blue light. And that blue light mimics the sun and keeps your body awake. So it kind of messes with your circadian rhythm or your sleep-wake cycle. So in turn, there was a study on Harvard Health about these screen devices. And what happens is that it affects your sleep, but also it can cause heart disease. And it also decreases your melatonin, which is why we're having so much difficulty sleeping at night. So if this is something that you feel is impossible, where you have to have your phone on you constantly, especially throughout the night, there are devices like, there's a blue filter glasses that you can, buy online to filter out that blue light. And also there are apps that you can put on your Android devices or iPhone where it kind of filters that out for you. And lastly, nasal spray. Nasal spray can help you by decreasing mouth breathing. It increases your nasal breathing. It reduces your snoring and increases rapid eye movement, aka REM sleep or deep sleep. So I appreciate everyone for listening. That's all I have for today. I hope everyone has a great day.
Also, the meat turkey, for those of you who are meat eaters, turkey is a good food. One of the active ingredients in turkey is good for sleep. So that's just another tidbit to add to what Carlos had to say. Anyone have any other comments or questions?
Thank you very much, and thank you all very much for putting on this series. I really enjoyed it.
You're welcome. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to more videos coming through the Coping with COVID series. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.